Who are you?
Morgan Freeman's son.
Tyler, the Creator, has an endless list of accolades and credits. Rapper, singer, songwriter, fashion designer, producer, actor, and has been on the scene for 20 years now. With such a long-standing career in the industry, we've been able to see Tyler grow from a 15-year-old kid to a 34-year-old superstar. If I had to explain Tyler in short, it would be creative as fuck. Tyler, the Creator, was born as Tyler Gregory Okonma in Los Angeles, California, on March 6, 1991. He was raised by his mother in the Ladera Heights and Hawthorne Heights sections of LA. Growing up, Tyler, the Creator, taught himself how to play the piano and would design his own album covers. His music career began on the internet and would eventually take off from there.
You guys don't have just like one genre, one form of inspiration.
To be better than everyone, because I hate everyone, and I want to be better than them, and I want them to know that.
His name came from his MySpace profile, which he used to socialize with other artists. In 2007, Okonma's foray into music through the internet would eventually lead to the formation of the music collective Odd Future.
The big-eared bandit is tossing all his manners in a bag and wrapping them in saran wrap.
Aside from Okonma, the collective's members over the years have included Haji Beats, Jasper Dolphin, Mike G, Left Brain, Domo Genesis, Matt Martians, Pyramid Ritra, Casey Veggies, Earl Sweatshirt, Sid the Kid, Taco, and Frank Ocean, along with several others associated with the group. The first Odd Future mixtape was released in 2008. In 2011, their own record label, Odd Future Records, was established. In addition to music, Odd Future ventured into fashion with their own clothing line and starred in their own comedy sketch show on Adult Swim called Loiter Squad that lasted for 3 seasons.
That's how we come up with them.
Yeah.
That's how niggas' brains are. Like, niggas grew up watching Family Guy.
And that joke look like
Odd Future roused up controversy due to their lyrics, which some described as violent, misogynistic, and even at times homophobic.
Tyler, the Creator, sound garnered and hellish. His music is not for the faint of heart. It is riddled with vulgar language, at times extremely homophobic. His sound is very gritty. His voice is deep. The tone of his songs oftentimes extremely dark. That all true?
No, not at all.
Their shows produced crowds that engaged in moshing, and Odd Future members would dive into the crowds. The controversial antics of Odd Future led to the group being banned from New Zealand in 2014. In spite of their notoriety, members of Odd Future produced successful solo work. Tyler, the Creator, maintained a solo career while in Odd Future, which hasn't produced anything collectively since 2016, leaving fans to accept the group's inactivity as its demise. In 2009, an 18-year-old Tyler Okonma sat in front of his laptop, creating something that wasn't supposed to change his life, but it did.
A year ago, 4 months ago, I was broke as fuck. It's wild.
Bastard wasn't a polished debut or a label-backed introduction. It was raw, uncomfortable, and most importantly, real.
This is what the devil plays before he goes to sleep.
He structured the mixtape like a therapy session with a mysterious voice, Dr. T.C. Dash acting as his therapist. The opening track, Bastard, felt less like a song and more like an invitation into Tyler's mind. Over a haunting piano loop, he rapped about feeling abandoned, misunderstood, and at times completely alone.
I cut my wrist and play piano because I'm so depressed. Somebody called a pastor, this bastard is so possessed. This meeting just begun, nigga, I'm saying son.
His absent father was the shadow looming over the entire project, and by the time Bastard reached its final track, Inglorious, that anger reached its peak. He spoke directly to the man who had never been there for him, spitting out the words like venom before delivering the final blow. I don't even think about you. I'm better off without you. Songs like Odd Toddlers and French showed his love for quirky beats and wordplay. The mixtape spread fast. Blogs picked it up, fans clung to its rawness, and without a major push, Bastard became the underground blueprint for what Tyler was about to unleash next.
I'm hungry for greatness. I want to be great. I want to be an icon. I want, when I die, I want people to cry and fucking make posters, and the fucking nation is like, what the fuck? We just lost a hero.
When Goblin dropped in 2011, Tyler was no longer just a rebellious teenager making music in his room. He was the leader of Odd Future, an internet sensation, and suddenly, a star.
You have your own unique deals, and I think business-wise, it's smart. The fuck is he talking about?
No, he wasn't.
The opening track, Goblin, continued the therapy session theme. But this time, Tyler wasn't just venting, he was unraveling. He spoke about fame, expectations, and how the success he had once dreamed of didn't feel as satisfying as he thought it would.
People are, all he talks about is rape. Have you seen Quentin Tarantino's fucking movie? Why does everyone fucking get their dick cut off or some shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Why nobody say nothing about that? It's fucking art. Why when a fucking black kid says that it's such a big fucking deal? Like, really? It's fucking art. Listen to the fucking story. I'm writing this song from the mind of some fucking serial killer from 30 years ago who was a white male. Like, really? If they sit back and listen to the fucking coolness and genius of it, like, that shit, that's what irks me. When people make such a big deal over shit like that.
Then came Yonkers, the eerie, hypnotic beat, the cold, deadpan delivery, the bug-eating music video that sent the internet into a frenzy. This was the moment Tyler went from an underground favorite to a household name. He dissed pop stars, insulted himself, and made it clear that he didn't care about industry norms.
What kind of fucking question, like, why the fuck would I know? Dumbass. These questions are actually stupid.
But Goblin wasn't just about controversy. Tracks like Her and She, featuring Frank Ocean, revealed a softer, insecure side of Tyler, while Radicals embodied the reckless, chaotic energy of Odd Future. The album built toward a disturbing conclusion. On Golden, Dr. TC reveals that the therapy sessions were never real. It was all in Tyler's head. The album ends in madness, with Tyler screaming into the void. People didn't know what to make of him. Some called him a genius. Others dismissed him as an edgy kid trying too hard. But one thing was clear, he wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, and then in the video, you eat a cockroach, and then at the end of the video, you hang yourself.
That doesn't mean anything. I just thought it would look cool. What's coming next after Goblin? I don't fucking know. Fuck, this shit ain't even out in America yet. Fuck.
By 2013, something had changed. The rage was still there, but Tyler wasn't just making music to shock people anymore. He had a story to tell. Wolf was different. Instead of another deep dive into his psyche, he created a world, Camp Flog Gnaw, a fictional summer camp where characters like Wolf and Sam battled for control.
You told everybody that it sucked and you didn't grow musically and it was gonna sound like the worst piece of shit.
April 2nd, if you want to buy a really shitty album with horrible production, it has like no features on it, so it probably won't even spark your fucking interest.
You produced the whole thing, though.
Yeah, that's why it's fucking horrible. It's Wolf.
And like when you have expectations for shit, you're disappointed. And you probably won't even give it a chance to actually say the shit is actually tight because you thought it would sound like this. So I didn't let no reviewers hear it. Every time I talked about it, I would say it's bad. Like, so the fact that I did that made everyone actually want to listen to the shit just to see what the fuck it was because they didn't know what the fuck to expect.
The album was cinematic, unfolding like a movie with jazz, funk, and soul influences, smoothing out the rough edges of his earlier sound.
Okay. Go woo woo with it, baby. Watch me woo 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 woo.
The lead single, Domo 23, was a playful, bouncing track that showcased Tyler's confidence, while Jamba carried remnants of his past aggression. But then came Answer, where Tyler, for the first time, softened his tone when speaking about his father. If I ever had the chance to ask this nigga something, I'd say, "Where the fuck you been at?" It was the same pain from Bastard, but now instead of anger, there was something closer to longing.
Did you ever meet your father?
I think I did at 12. I don't really know. That's what my mom said.
Are you
That's
mad at him
way
that he
long.
desert the family?
Nah, dude, I'm stoked. I think if I had a dad, I would have went the normal college route and like a lot of other people.
So you're not angry at him?
I'm so stoked.
That I didn't know you, but sucks you ain't give a fuck and consider.
Songs like Iffy showcased his complicated relationship with love, and Tamale proved he hadn't lost his humor. But the album's closer, Lone, left listeners with a quiet moment of reflection. Tyler recalling the last conversation he had with his grandmother before she passed away.
A lot of the songs have concepts and shit. Like 48 is actually based off of that Nas interview, and then that Colossus song.
XL, yeah.
That Colossus song, like I was really at Six Flags with like 50 kids actually chasing me, like no pun intended. It was like a mob of children chasing me. Party Isn't Over. That song's actually about me losing my virginity when I was 17.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then I made the song Pigs because fucking Dylan and Eric, the kids who shot up Columbine.
Yeah.
Like I always wanted to know like what the fuck were they thinking? Like, why did they do that? Like, what the fuck? Like, what was their back?
You don't need rap
I'm talented enough to do other things, but I don't know, I'm pretty bored with it. Like in the future, I wanna do films. I want people to mention my name. I'm next to Wes Anderson or Quentin Tarantino. I don't want my name to be mentioned next to other rappers.
If Wolf was a step toward maturity, Cherry Bomb was a leap into chaos. In 2015, Tyler did what no one expected. He abandoned the style that had made him famous. He wasn't concerned with being marketable. Instead, he made Cherry Bomb, an album that sounded like it was meant to be played at full volume through blown-out speakers.
The album's out, it's different, it's loud. You're supposed to do crazy shit when you fucking listen to this. Go drive fast, work out, jump off play, do meth, do something crazy, because this album will give you all the damn confidence that you need.
The opener, Death Camp, was a punch to the face, gritty, distorted, and punk-inspired. Buffalo saw him addressing his controversies head-on, while Find Your Wings was a smooth, jazzy interlude that felt like a glimpse into his future sound.
That's fucking
He looks
sick.
like his 15-year-old, yeah.
Do I look like a terrorist? Come on, look at this smile, dog. Do I look like a fucking terrorist?
But did you not like somewhat conceive that might happen with like some of your lyrics are really insightful?
Bro, I was
like,
17 and 18. I didn't think that stuff I was writing would matter.
The biggest moment of the album came with Smuckers, where Tyler brought in Kanye West and Lil Wayne for one of the most electrifying tracks of his career.
10 years down the line, niggas is gonna be like Smuckers is legendary. That one's for the books for sure. Yeah, finally just working with those two dudes was just crazy. I remember playing it for Travis and Lionel, and we was like, oh shit, like I really got these two niggas on a song.
Fucking fire.
And I knew specifically I wanted Wayne's tone of voice on there.
Fans were split. Some loved the rawness, while others missed the polish of Wolf. Tyler didn't care. He had made this album for himself, and that's all that mattered. But looking back, Cherry Bomb was more than just an experiment. It was a necessary bridge.
A lot of people are forgetting what feeling is. It only wants deep lyrics or some bullshit. Fuck that. It's feeling.
Man, I'm nothing right now.
You felt that way coming off Cherry Bomb?
Yeah, because everyone hated it.
It was the moment he broke free from expectations, paving the way for what was coming next. And what came next would change everything.
Don't let nobody tell you how you should feel about your motherfucking self, G. I'm full of me because everything I said I wanted to do, I did, and I didn't let nobody tell me nothing else. If y'all got dreams and y'all feel some type of way about yourself that might exceed how others feel about themselves, fuck them and don't let that shit cloud your brain for real.
Flower Boy 2017 was a turning point in Tyler's career, showcasing his artistic and personal growth. The album is an introspective exploration of his identity, with themes of self-acceptance, loneliness, and love.
For Flower Boy, it was like, don't be the crazy funny. Like, every beat, every part don't have to have a switch up, or you don't have to say something edgy. I just wanted to produce and just have people sing, and that's all I want to listen to, so I kind of didn't want to rap a lot on it, so I kept all my rap verses short, and everything I said, I made sure it was really ridiculously important.
The opening track, Forward, sets the stage with existential questions that hint at his inner struggles. Tracks like Where This Flower Blooms encourage self-expression, with Tyler urging young black kids to embrace their individuality. See You Again introduces dreamy, nostalgic storytelling as Tyler reminisces about an idealized love, while Garden Shed metaphorically represents his journey toward accepting his sexuality. The album takes sonic shifts with Who Dat Boy and I Ain't Got Time, offering high-energy moments before settling into introspection again with 911/Mr. Lonely, a track that highlights his desire for real companionship despite his fame. Songs like Boredom and November provide a glimpse into his mind, where he battles isolation and uncertainty.
Fuck, what if I go poor again? What if this doesn't work? And then that's how a lot of the songs just happen, just me kind of just answering these questions. Like, I wanted this album to sound like a Disney score, just like very magical, my perfect little indie movie and fucking...
Sound like the album cover looks.
Yeah, sound like the album cover looks like.
Why flowers? I never asked you like what was like the symbolism behind just...
They're beautiful. They're just nature's eye candy.
With Flower Boy, Tyler transitioned from an edgy provocateur to a fully realized artist, presenting his emotions in a raw yet refined way. Then in 2019, Igor took things to another level, a genre-blending masterpiece. Igor saw Tyler fully embracing funk, soul, and electronic influences. The album told the story of a love triangle and the emotional turmoil that followed. The tracklist progressed like a breakup cycle, from infatuation, earthquake, to jealousy, new magic wand, to acceptance.
Stand up, Igor, Tyler, the creator!
It's also the first album where I'm like, really? Like when people be like, hey, the album's great. I know, and thank you. And it's not an ego thing. It's like, I'm so proud of it.
Yes.
I put in so much effort and I love it. And I know that it's good.
Yeah, but again, it's just being honest and just putting this. Like, this is the first album where I didn't want to be cool.
Igor was not just an album. It was an experience, one that earned Tyler his first Grammy for Best Rap Album, despite him openly stating that it didn't feel like a rap project at all.
Y'all think I can't write songs? Oh, okay, I'm gonna write pop songs. I gave him See You Again. And then it was like, oh, he playing it safe now. I'm like, oh, I'm playing it safe? Oh, y'all still playing with me? So then I did Igor. But then I was like, not only am I gonna go left, I'm gonna give these pop records that just think I can. And then that's when I did Earthquake.
Cause you make my earthquake. Oh, make my earthquake.
Letting that exist in the midst of all of this was like something I'm just really hyped on. Whether people liked it or not, I wanted everyone to be like, what the fuck was that?
Right.
And I think that I succeeded in that. So I'm on cloud 9.
Weird question, but when people often like come into some form of character-driven experience in their career, they say they feel different. Do you feel different when you put the suit and the wig on?
Unfortunately, no. I feel like the same nigga. But for this work of art and that album cover and these videos and me doing this suit wig thing, beat, and this is no disrespect to Khaled or anyone, but this nigga had every person in the industry, everyone on that fucking album, everyone. Cardi B, 21 Savage, Travis Scott, Post Malone, Beyonce, Jay, everyone who sells billions of records, and the fact that I beat him with this that isn't parallel to all the popping music right now was fucking crazy. I'm blessed, dude. Life's awesome. I have no complaints.
By the time Call Me If You Get Lost, 2021, was released, Tyler had become a household name. The album was a return to rap, but with a cinematic, globe-trotting flair. With DJ Drama narrating like an old-school mixtape, Tyler delivered some of his sharpest bars over jazz-infused beats. While much of the album focused on luxury and self-assurance, there was still vulnerability. Wilshire provided an emotional retelling of a love triangle, reminiscent of Igor.
Call Me If You Get Lost was just me remembering how much I love rap music. My articulation, my flows changed. Some of my punchlines and puns are a little wittier, and that was the goal. I wanted to personally get better at rapping for myself and just not yelling on tracks, using my voice, finding different ways how to enunciate and rap in this tone, or rap like this, or getting in crazy flows. What it be? Is that like really trying new things?
Beyond just the music, this album reflected Tyler's artistic freedom. He no longer needed to prove himself. He was now fully in control of his own destiny, thriving in both music and fashion with his Golf Wang brand. I was hesitant to listen to Tyler, the Creator's newest album, Chromakopia, not only because he broke his 2-year album cycle to release it as a surprise, but also because fans were quick to speculate about rumored collaborations rather than discussing its deeper themes. Then I pressed play on Saint, Chroma, and everything changed. This album operates as a dialogue between Tyler, the Creator, and Tyler Okonma, peeling away layers of his public persona to reveal a more personal, vulnerable figure. Songs like Noid and Darling, I feel like self-reflective monologues as Tyler sits in front of a metaphorical mirror and dissects his true identity. Noid features Ayo Edebiri, playing a crazed fan, symbolizing the blurred lines between fame and privacy. Intrusive thoughts, personified by his mother, Bonita Smith, surface in tracks like Hey Jane, where he grapples with a pregnancy scare, reflecting on his upbringing by a single mother. This conflict builds towards I Killed You, where Tyler confronts the shame he feels, only to explore forgiveness in Judge Judy.
I don't know shit, nigga. I'm so confused in like the most positive way. Yeah, I've never not stuck to my guns. Like any version y'all seen of me was the most honest version at that time. This one is hitting a different pocket. If I'm not trying to make songs to relate to folk, I'm just telling niggas, yeah, today I woke up, made some eggs, and been wearing hats all these years because I hated my hair. Here's a song called I Killed You. This has nothing to do with y'all. Everything is self-indulgent to me. And people are like, yeah, me too. I'm like, the fuck?
On Sticky, he challenges gender norms, rejecting societal labels. The emotional climax arrives with Like Him, where Tyler desperately questions whether he resembles his absent father. As his cries turn into screams, his mother finally confesses the truth about his father's departure, forcing Tyler to accept that the ghost he's been chasing was his mother all along. The final track, I Hope You Find Your Way Home, acts as both a conclusion and an invitation for listeners to undergo their own self-discovery.
I'm so fortunate. Like 13 years in and my latest shit is my biggest, bro, that's rare. It's niggas out here that they first album is the only one that they get to perform when they go places. Like they have to use that as a marketing thing. So I'm like, bro, this album 13 years later, and this doing this, that don't happen much.
As Tyler breathes through the final verses, it's clear Tyler, the creator, and Tyler Okonma are not separate entities. They are one.